Hello and welcome to Bud Castle Gymnasium, where tonight the Sonora Wildcats play host to the Calaveras Redskins in the Game 3 of the Joaquin Section Division 4 playoffs. Brought to you by NCS TV as well as NFHS, and brought to you live on Access Tuolumne. We'll be back after these messages on NorCal Sports TV.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
Welcome back to Bud Castle Gymnasium. I'm Jeremy Hurtado along with Levi Flores, set to bring you all the action tonight as the Calaveras Redskins, led by Craig Clifton, come into the game averaging 22-6, 7-3 in Molo League play. They beat Hilmar in the first round of the playoffs 51-42 and then knocked off El Dorado on Thursday night of last week by a score of 57-47 to earn a trip here back to Bud Castle Stadium to take on the Sonora High Wildcats. On the other side, the Wildcats come in 23-3, 10-0 in Molo League play under Coach Lloyd Longeway. Now, Levi, this is the third time these two teams have played each other. Both the first two times, Calaveras lost by 23 points. What do you expect tonight?
Well, before I get into what I think, I was talking to assistant coach Milborn of the Sonora Wildcats before, and he said that they're not going to change anything in the game. It's all about the players. They're going out there to play basketball, and that's really what it's about. There's a lot of hype from both counties, Calaveras and Tuolumne, and there's just a bunch of people in the crowd, and he thinks that will give Sonora the boost tonight. And for me, I think if Sonora just continues to play the way they are, they'll come out on top just like the previous two.
As we look at the Calaveras side, again, they're 0-2 against Sonora this season. But if we look back in history, they're the only team in the Molo League to beat Sonora here at Bud Castle Gymnasium. They did that back on January of 2019 by a score of 52-51. So maybe a little glimmer of hope there if you're a Calaveras fan tonight that they can come in and pull the upset. If we look at the two games earlier this season, Clifton led the way for the Calaveras with 13 points. And Orlandi also chipped in 13 in the loss, 74-50, the first time these two teams played. Then back on January 31st, it was Cardone who led the way for the Calaveras with 11 points. And then Williams chipped in 8. The big key for Calaveras tonight is how do they shoot the outside shots. In the two games against Sonora, they're 3 of 13 for 23%. And 7 of 22 for 32%. So Calaveras lives by the three-point shot. They have to be more effective tonight against the Sonora Wildcats.
And Sonora has a lot of great three-point defenders, so it will be kind of hard tonight for Calaveras if they're unable to make those threes. This broadcast has been brought to you by David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. David Goldemberg is a proven fire manager with 35 years of CAL FIRE experience. He is an expert on fire preparedness. David concluded his CAL FIRE career at the statewide Deputy Chief of Command and Control, where he managed large, complex budgets. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David. StorQuest Express, self-service storage. Load up your gear and live big with the help of our new neighbors, StorQuest Express self-service storage, featuring 24/7 access hours and round-the-clock customer support. StorQuest Express is here to help you make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Visit StorQuest.com or call 209-284-6703 to reserve a unit today.
So we talked about the Calaveras side. Now let's flip over to Sonora High. They're led by their guard, Austin Patterson. He had 28 points, including 4 3-pointers on our last game we broadcast here against West Campus. After that was Spencer Cabello with 14. He again had 4 threes as well. Those two led the way, and then everybody else kind of pitched in in little spurts. Maven had 9, as well as Callahan had 5, and Devin Dye had 6 points for the Cats. But really, it's Sonora. It's all about how do the big 2 guys play, and that's Capello and Patterson.
And those 2 guys are seniors, so you would just expect them to show up for the game and play their heart outs, because this could possibly be their last game in high school.
So tonight's winner will move on to the Golden One Center and play at 4 o'clock for a section championship against either Liberty Ranch or Union Mine. The loser of the night season's not over. They will go to the state playoffs as well. However, you'd like to win and get a home playoff game instead of have to travel on the road. This broadcast of Wildcat Basketball is brought to you by California Gold Development Corporation, servicing the county for 40 years. David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David. Sonora Conference Center. 4 unique rooms in downtown Sonora. Go to sonoraconferencecenter.com for details. StorQuest Express Self-Storage. Get your first month's rent for only $1.
Now for our guests.
The NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp, a 5-day overnight camp for 4th through 12th graders. Register now for a $99 deposit or $100 off camp enrollment. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp for the details. Benton Roberson CPA, serving Tuolumne and Stanislaus County.
First stop number 3, guard Jay Clifton.
So we're getting set here again at Calaveras, getting their lineup, their reserves announced. Huge crowd here tonight on hand, as you expect. 2 Motherlode League rivals playing for the 3rd time, and a section championship berth on the line. We got the Golden Regiment Band, as well as pretty much a packed house. I heard they sold out. Not sure if that's correct, but that's what some of the players I was talking to said. So they were excited to play in front of the biggest crowd that they played in front of this season. Starters for tonight: Calaveras number 5, Griffin Manning. Also getting a start tonight, 6'2" senior, number 10, Colton Buckhalls.
Also at guard,
6' junior, number 12, Alex Cardard.
power forward and center.
Number 15, a 6'3" senior, Kaven Orlandi. And rounding out the starting 5 for Calaveras tonight, a 6'5" senior, number 40, Timothy Van Dam. So again, Manning had 6 points against El Dorado. Buckholes had 9, and Cardone led the way with 16 points versus El Dorado in their upset down in Placerville last week during the trip to Sonora. Reserves getting announced here for Sonora Wildcats. Again, they come to their game with a record of 26-3 overall, 10-0 in the Motherlode League play, and undefeated so far this season here at home at Bud Castle Gymnasium. They come in averaging 70.4 points per game and give up 51.5 points per game.
Rank number 4, Jake Casaretto. Rank number 15, Michael Parnell. Number 32, Gabe Milborn. Number 14, Roger Alderman.
Getting the start tonight for the Sonora Wildcats under head coach Lloyd Langeway. Number 2, a 5'10" senior, Jonathan Mabin. Number 13, 6'1" senior, Darius O'Neill. Number 20, a 6'3" senior, Austin Patterson. We talked about him earlier, putting up 28 points against West Campus. 23, 6'3", Spencer Capello. And rounding out the top 5 for the Wildcats, 6'10", senior, number 34, Devin Dye. Wildcats wearing white uniforms with green numbers outlined in gold, while the Redskins wear black uniforms with gold outlined numbers in red. We'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV. We're getting ready to tip things off here. Again, Sonora High Wildcats in their white uniforms, Calaveras in the black uniforms. Will Sonora come away victorious and earn a back-to-back section championship, a trip to Golden One? Or will Calaveras find a way to come in, upset the Wildcats, and then take their first trip to the section finals? Tipping off for Calaveras is Van Dam versus Dye for Sonora. Again, thanks for joining us here on NFHS as well as live streamed on Access Tuolumne. And of course, NorCal Sports TV is proud to bring you the game as the Cats win the opening tip here and get first possession on offense. Capello, usually the guy that gets the first shot, and he does, and it's off, back iron, no good. Rebound comes out to the Cats. Patterson, baseline drive, shot up and put it on the board. First two of the night. First Sonora go to Austin Patterson. Cardon brings it up, shakes Maven, feeds down low to Van Dam, doesn't go. Dye comes away with the rebound, then loses it. Finally controls it, gets it over to Maven for Sonora. So, a little different, Sonora, or Calaveras rather, going down low to start the game. Patterson, cross-court pass over to Maven. Three-point shot on the way. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes off to Calaveras and Van Dam. Orlandi, the baseline jumper goes. Give him two, and we're tied at 2 here. 6:40 left to go. Much better start so far for Calaveras than they had the last time they played here. In the first minute and a half, they were down 10-0. That kind of set the tone. Dye fouled on the shot, but he's going to the free throw line.
Here's that beautiful move inside, gets around Darius O'Neal. Baseline shot.
Kevin Orlandi, 6'3", senior, averages 7.5 points a game. He gets Calaveras on the board first. Dye hits the first free throw. Dye, pretty good free throw shooter for a big guy. He's improved as the season went on. He's got that nice soft touch and occasionally come out of 3-point land and hoist one as well. causes kind of a matchup problem for teams against the Cats. Sonora picks up some pressure. Calaveras able to get through it as Buchholz picks up his dribble. Gets it over the corner to Cardon. Shot up and good. 3-pointer for him. He's now 9. He came into the playoffs 9 of 42, shooting just under 22%, but he gets the first one tonight. There's an outside shot by Dye. Doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Calaveras. Buchholz has the ball taken away. Hustle in the backcourt. Down people go. And the ball's going to go off of Sonora or Calaveras, so Sonora will maintain possession.
Here's the replay. The steal by O'Neal in the jump from the side and takes a fall.
Back to live action. The Sonora shot doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Calaveras. Van Dam drives. He's fouled on the drive. That's going to be foul called on Dye. His first. Coming into the game first time is Gabe Milborn replacing Devin Dye. Cardon setting things up for Calaveras. Now Buchholz, 3-point shot on the way, and it's good. Calaveras up early, 8-4 here, 3.5 minutes into the game. Patterson, elevate, 3-point shot wide left, doesn't go. Milborn fights for the rebound, has it taken away by Van Dam. Cat student section into the game early here as Van Dam goes down low, doesn't get it to go, and Milborn comes away with it for the Cats.
That was a nice rebound by Milborn. I feel sometimes he's underrated as Devin Dye is a bigger man, but Milborn, only a junior, still has one more left in him in high school. And next year we'll see, without Devin Dye on the court, how good Milborn actually is.
Yeah, he's gotten better as the season gone on. He was a football player, wide receiver. He's starting to learn how to use that big body and create opportunities for himself. Calaveras called for the foul there. Capello gets the inbound pass, checking in Jay Clifton for the first time. As well as Jonathan Savage. Capello, 3-point shot from left wing, doesn't go. But he gets his own rebound. Back out to Patterson, the reset for Sonora. Get down low to Milborn. Milborn shot blocked by Savage. But O'Neal gets it and puts it in for Sonora. Calaveras looks around the outside. 15 on the shot clock now as Clifton drives, kicks over. Shot up and good by Orlandi. He's got 4 here in the first quarter. 10-6 our score early. About halfway through the first quarter. Capello almost has it taken away. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Calaveras, and stay right here. Checking in for the Cats, number 12, Callahan Hansen.
It's the play familiar. Milborn underneath gets blocked, although O'Neal able to get the block shot and put it back up for 2.
Callahan Hansen in for Capello, giving him a break. It's Maven, 3-point shot on the way. Nothing to it for him. He hits his first of the night. Cutting the Calaveras lead down to 1. So far, the pace right about where Calaveras wants. If they're going to win the game, it's going to be about a 52, 51, somewhere in that range. They don't want to try and get in a score fest with the Cats, as Clifton's shot goes out of bounds, but last touch by the Cats. We're going to have a discussion here by the officials if the ball actually touched the rim, because they reset the shot clock as we see a replay. Maben hitting the three-point shot last time down for Sonora, and they say, yeah, it did hit the rim. So a new shot clock for Calaveras. Won't matter as three-point shots are hoisted but no good. And Patterson comes down with it quickly up court to Hansen. Hansen, 1-on-3, spins, picks up his dribble, he's in trouble. Got a jump ball, position arrow going back to Calaveras. So that time Hansen got down low, 1-on-3, picked up his dribble, and then he was in trouble. Nobody could give it to, ended up getting tied up, turns the ball back over to Calaveras here. Just under 3 left to go in the first quarter. Clifton gets it over to Buckholz. Back up top to Clifton. Again, Calaveras likes to go shoot from the outside as they do there. Shot comes up short, rebound by O'Neal. Maybe find Hansen. Hansen drives baseline over to Milborn. Kicks it out to O'Neal. Now down to Milborn. Nice job there by Milborn and O'Neal.
A beautiful offensive play by every single Sonora Wildcat for that fact. Something to admire is Calaveras' defense. They have a great job in zone, although that time the Wildcats were able to get around it and get a nice shot inside.
Now we have a turnover on the other end by Calaveras as the pass by Clifton just goes out of the reach of Orlandi here.
That was the replay of Milborn underneath. Beautiful pass from O'Neal.
Back into the game for Calaveras is Manning. Patterson, three-point shot left wing, back iron doesn't go, rebound comes off to Calaveras. Savage has it, now he clears it to Calderon. Manning feeds down low to Orlandi, his shot doesn't go, partially deflected, rebound comes off to the Cats. Patterson drives, has it knocked out of his hands, has to go get it and regroup. Plenty on the shot clock. O'Neal picks up his dribble. Gets it over to the corner to Patterson. Back to O'Neal. Tries to work down low. Spins away. Shot up. Throws around and goes. 3-point lead for Sonora as we go under a minute. Orlandi, offensive foul. Yep. You can see it coming here as O'Neal, nice job of getting there, getting set, taking the charge by Orlandi.
In the past few possessions, Orlandi and O'Neal have been having that kind of sort of feud, and O'Neal on the other side put that shot up over Orlandi. Just does it once again.
Williams checks in for Calaveras, replacing Orlandi. About an 8 seconds differential on the game clock and shot clock. Milborn, nice slip, loses control going up though and out of bounds. Last touch by the Cats. So that'll give the ball back to Calaveras with the shot clock off. 24.5 left to go here in the first quarter. Not expect them to take this down, take the last shot. Calaveras works around the outside, back over to Cardone, and he calls out a play with 10 seconds left. Guarded by Maben. Comes around and shot blocked by Milborn. We got a foul called on the drive. That's going to send him to the free throw line for 2. So the Cats fan base excited about the block. The foul called before the block sends Cardone to the free throw line. A.J. Cardon, 6-foot junior, misses the first free throw. 65% free throw shooter on the season. Has a chance here to cut the lead back down to 2. Hits the free throw with 3.2 left to go here. Patterson lets it go from half court. Back rim doesn't go. And that's the end of the first quarter.
This broadcast has been brought to you by David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. David Goldemberg is a proven fire manager with 35 years of CAL FIRE experience. He is an expert on fire preparedness. David concluded his CAL FIRE career at the statewide Deputy Chief of Command and Control, where he managed large, complex budgets. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David. StorQuest Express Self-Service Storage. Load up your gear and live big with the help of our new neighbors. StorQuest Express Self-Service Storage, featuring 24/7 access hours and round-the-clock customer support. StorQuest Express is here to help you make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Visit StorQuest.com or call 209-284-6703 to reserve a unit today. California Gold Development Corporation, serving for 40 years. Benton Roberson CPAs, serving Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties.
So we get ready to start the second quarter of play here. 11-13, Cats up by 2 and have possession here to start the second quarter. So again, if you're Calaveras, I think this is right where you want to be. You want to keep it a low-scoring game. And as long as you have contact and have a chance to win it in the fourth quarter, you got to be happy if you're Coach Craig Clifton. Jay Clifton running the offense, freshman on varsity for the Calaveras. $15 on the shot clock here as Calaveras works around the outside. Give it down low to Isaiah Williams. His shot goes off back iron. Rebound comes off to O'Neal for Sonora.
Every time you see O'Neal defending the ball, he does a great job just getting super close to the offense and allows them to get a shot off, although they have to fade away, which is a really hard shot to make.
So far, Calaveras did a pretty good job defending Patterson. He only got 2 points in the first quarter. Milborn picks up his fourth points of the game as he hits a jump shot there, giving Sonora a 4-point lead. 3-point shot from the corner by Clifton. Barely moves the net as he hits it, cutting Sonora's lead down to 1. And the Calaveras fans letting so that everybody in this crowd know that he's a freshman. Callahan over to Patterson. 3-point shot trying to answer. There you go. Patterson says, okay, freshman, you can hit one, so can I. Cats lead back to 4. Williams, front iron, back iron, now off the front, comes away from Calaveras. Rebound by Milborn for the Cats. O'Neal, 16-foot jump shot, doesn't go. Rebound tipped away, popcorned over to Calaveras. Finally, controlling it is A.J. Cardone. Cardone behind the back dribble, gets away from Maven for a minute, then he gets a foul called on Maven.
There's the 3-point shot from the wing by Clifton, the freshman, as you can tell by the Calaveras crowd chants.
Gotta love it here. Huge student section from both sides. Every time something happens, you know exactly which team they're rooting for. Down low to Savage. His shot doesn't go, but tipped in. Follow goes by Williams. His first 2 points of the night. Cats playing deliberate here, taking their time on offense as we go under 15 on the shot clock. Working it back and forth, looking for a shot. Patterson rises up over Williams, doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Clifton for Calaveras. He leads up court to Savage. His passes over the hands to Office, out of bounds. Turnover back to Sonora. So there, maybe the freshman trying to get a little aggressive. Not a bad decision, just a bad execution. Hanson draws baseline. This time, Clifton intercepts the cross-court pass, and then we got a foul called on Sonora.
It's going to be called on Milborn. Very unnecessary as it was backcourt. They had the ball in possession. Just let them have it at that point, especially for the big men. Milborn and Dye are the only two centers that Sonora have, and you don't want to lose either of them in the game.
Absolutely correct. 36.1 on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock. So basically a chance to hold for the last shot should Calaveras choose. Cardon and Williams working around the outside for Calaveras. 3-point shot on the way by Buckholz. Back rim doesn't go. Rebound tipped away and then out of bounds. Last touch by Jonathan Savage. Savage had a chance to rebound it, but it went right off his hands and out of bounds as Maben takes over with the 10. Capello, 3-point shot from the corner, too long. Rebound on the ground. Milborn able to come away with it, doesn't get it to go, and then that's going to be it. As the end of the first half, horn sounds, our score, Calaveras 23, Sonora Wildcats 29. This broadcast of Sonora High basketball is brought to you in part by David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. California Gold Development, serving Tuolumne County for over 40 years. David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. David Goldemberg is a proven fire manager with 35 years of CAL FIRE experience. He is an expert on fire preparedness. David concluded his CAL FIRE career at Statewide Deputy Chief of Command and Control, where he managed a large complex buzzings. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David. StorQuest Express Self-Storage. Load up your gear and live big with the help of our new neighbors. StorQuest Express Self-Storage featuring 24/7 access and around-the-clock customer service. StorQuest Express is here to help you make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Visit StorQuest.com or call 209-284-6703 to reserve a unit today. Benton Roberson CPAs. Benton Roberson CPAs provides personalized tax, accounting, and financial guidance to individuals and businesses throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Our team believes in partnering with you and your team to build lasting relationships to help you achieve your financial goals. Give us a call today and experience the Benton Roberson difference. We look forward to hearing from you. Straight Sports. Custom uniforms. Go to straightsports.com for more information. Sonora Conference Centers. 4 unique rooms in downtown Sonora. Go to sonoraconferencecenters.com for details. SportsStarsMag.com. Go to our website for prep coverage, including basketball rankings that are updated every week. For more information, go to SportsStarsMag.com. Sam Stringer Photography. Go to SamStringerPhotography360.com. Check out all his pictures, including pictures of tonight's game. We'll be back after these messages on NorCal Sports TV.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
This is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches. Contact us today.
Welcome back here to Bud Castle Gymnasium. At the half, Sonora up 29-23 over Calaveras. We got some statistics for us, Levi.
It's pretty even right now for both teams. Sonora and Calaveras don't have a real leading scorer, but for Calaveras, the freshman number 3, Jay Clifton, has 6 points off 2 3-pointers. Then A.J. Cardone, 6 points as well. And Kaven Orlandi with 6 points as well. 3 scorers that are tied for the top, but really not that many points when you really think about it.
Nice balance there for Calaveras.
They have 2 other scorers, Buchholz and Williams, who have 3 and 2 points, but nothing really outstanding for the Calaveras team. For Sonora, Jonathan Mabin, number 2, the starting senior, 6 points. Callahan Hansen coming off the bench, 6 points. He's a sophomore, 2 3-pointers. And then Gabe Milborn, the secondary center, with 6 points. He's a junior. So really the underclassmen so far have been showing up for the Wildcats. Main man, Austin Patterson, number 25 points, senior. And Devin Dye with 4 points. He had 2 free throws, and that's what gave him half his points. So far, it's a really even balance like you were saying earlier, and hopefully one of these teams will come out on top and really show up for the crowd.
Another action around the Division IV playoffs over in El Dorado Hills. Union Mines up 32-29 with about a minute left to go in the first half over Liberty Ranch. That's another matchup of 2 teams playing for the 3rd time, with Union Mine being victorious twice so far this season over Liberty Ranch. Liberty Ranch, the team that Sonora beat last year in the D4 section title game 73-70, but then fell to them in the second round of the Modesto Christian tournament earlier this season. Calaveras with the ball, starting the second half here. See what adjustments both coaches made as the first shot comes up short. Rebound comes off to Patterson.
Coming into the second half, I think Calaveras has a little bit momentum because yesterday the Calaveras girls basketball team lost to El Dorado to bump them out of the playoffs. And so that'll give the Calaveras boys a little sort of a bump so that they can have a championship title this year.
You're right, they lost last night, but their season again not over because they're going to the state playoffs as well. So a little extra time to practice and prepare for the state playoffs for the Calaveras girls team. Here our score 29-23, 7 minutes and change left to go here in the third quarter. Capello, 3-point shot from the right wing. Front rim doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Van Dam for Calaveras. Feed down low goes to Orlandi. He has to kick it back out to Van Dam, though. 15 on the shot clock, plenty of time for Calaveras. 3-point shot on the way by Buchholz, and he drills it. He's got 2 threes now, 6 points, and he cut the Sonora lead down to 3.
If you pay attention to the Sonora Wildcat offense now, you have a man running baseline the entire time as Spencer Capello gets it. You see the man running baseline, and they'll just try to get open because Calaveras' zone defense won't cover that.
Rebound comes off the Cats. O'Neal steps back for 3, and he hits it. O'Neal, after only scoring 1 point against West Campus last week in the victory, now has 7 here tonight. Buchholz, 3-point shot, rattles off, doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Maven. Quickly up court to Patterson. Patterson's been quiet so far tonight as his pass is intercepted by Cardone. He tries to lay it up and in, but he's fouled by Maven. He's going to go to the free throw line. Did you see a replay here?
Darius O'Neal from the wing. Beautiful shot once again. Give him 7 points tonight.
So O'Neal, another guy for the Cats that can play down low, also step out and hit the 3-point shot. Everybody on the Sonora roster can hit a 3-point shot, it seems. As Cardone goes to the free throw line, that's what makes Sonora so difficult to defend. Cardone hits the first of the free throw. 35 of 54 coming into the playoffs, 65%. But he hits the first. He's 2 of 3 here tonight. Second free throw up and also goes. So productive trip to the line for Calaveras on that trip. Hansen feeds Die up and over the defender Orlandi. 2 points for him, give him 6 now. Die gonna call for the third foul there. Another foul that you just don't like to see, trying to grab on and hold somebody. As we see him do positive work on the offensive end, then get charged with a negative on the defensive end. And that forces Lloyd Laundry to go to his bench again and bring in Milbourne.
I don't see Dye coming back into the game until probably the fourth quarter, try to dominate in the final few minutes as Sonora gets the most points, 19 in fact, in the fourth quarter on average.
This time we got another foul called on, this time in Patterson on the rebound, so that's going to give the ball back to Calaveras as Jay Clifton, the hot shooting freshman, comes into the game, replacing Manning. Inbound pass comes over to Clifton, but he works it around the outside. 3-point shot on the way for Calaveras, drained by Buchholz. He's got 9. We give him 2 threes here in the third quarter, and we're back to a 3-point lead, 34-31. Milbourne with it now. Cross-court pass over to Maven. His 3-point shot is nothing. Does not even draw contact, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover to Calaveras.
See the replay from the corner. O'Neal trying to get over in time, but not enough to get there, so Buchholz hits the 3.
Buchholz, nice bounce pass, blocked by Patterson though. Floater doesn't go, rebound, tip in, doesn't go by Van Dam. And then Milbourne comes with it, and Van Dam picks up the foul. Nice work there by Milbourne to get the rebound. Calaveras had a couple chances of it on the tip-ins, but didn't go. And then Jonathan Savage now replaces Van Dam for Calaveras. Patterson, baseline drive. Gives it out to Maven. 3-point shot on the way. Splash down. Good. Maven hits a 3. Assist goes to Patterson. So Patterson not scoring a lot, but still very much involved in the Wildcat offense.
That's all it's about, making a presence on the court. It's not all about points. You talked earlier about O'Neal only having 1 against West Campus, although he was still on the court most of the time, making a presence on defense, blocking a few shots, and doing the same tonight, although with just a few extra baskets.
Cats working around the outside. I think Patterson's going to take a shot in this possession. Gets it back with 14. Gives it down to O'Neal. O'Neal's cut off. Back to Hansen. Hansen's floater. Nice shot there by the sophomore. Give him 8. And the Cats are up by 8. So far, pretty good game here live from Bud Castle Gymnasium, where Model League rivals Sonora and Calaveras face off for the 3rd time this season. Sonora 2-0 with 224 and a 23-point lead victory the first 2 times these teams played. But in the playoffs, you throw out the records, reset everything, and Calaveras has come to play the night here in Sonora. Nice drive by Clifton. Offensive foul called though, as it looked like O'Neal again got there and drew the charge.
Saw the Calaveras bench and crowd jump up for the foul, although they didn't realize that it was a charge on Clifton. Great job by O'Neal planting the feet inside the paint, taking the charge for the team.
Much to the dismay of the Calaveras crowd. Now Hansen has a chance to hit the 3, but doesn't do it. That would have been a huge shot if it wouldn't have went down, but Calaveras comes away with the rebound. Timeout called by Coach Creighton Clifton. Gives a chance to remind you this game is brought to you in part by
David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. David Goldemberg is a proven fire manager with 35 years of CAL FIRE experience. He is an expert on fire preparedness. David concluded his CAL FIRE career at the statewide Deputy Chief of Command in control where he managed large complex budgets. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David. StorQuest Express self-service storage. Load up your gear and live big with the help of our new neighbors. StorQuest Express self-service storage featuring 24/7 access hours and round-the-clock customer support. StorQuest Express is here to help you make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Visit StorQuest.com or call 209-284-6703 to reserve a unit today.
Calaveras back with the ball. Pass tipped away by Patterson, goes out of bounds, so Calaveras will reset with 21 on the shot clock. Clifton works it over to Savage. And Cardone may have got away with a walk there. Ball tipped away. Cardone goes and gets it. Gets to Clifton in the corner. Three-point shot. Rattles around. Doesn't go as the shot clock goes off. Shot by Buchholz. Excuse me, not Clifton. So good defensive series there for the Wildcats as they hold Calaveras scoreless. Now, Buchholz intercepts the pass by Patterson.
Patterson was trying to force it in back door, but the zone defense really takes advantage of that. You can't do that very often.
Clifton behind two screens. Picks up his dribble, now gives it over to Calderon. Cardone, shot doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Patterson. Tries to throw it off at Calaveras defender, but it goes off his foot instead and goes out of bounds. So it'll be turnover back to Calaveras. Heads up play there by Patterson, just backfired as it bounced off the Calaveras defender, then hit him out of bounds. Now the officials are going to talk about it. 1:29 left to go here in the third quarter. Cats have an 8-point lead. Officials decide, yeah, it's going to stay with Calaveras, so Clifton going to inbound from the corner. Expect Calaveras take their time here, look for the shot that they want. Then we got a foul called on O'Neal. It's going to give Calaveras a new reset of the shot clock. Gives us a chance to remind you this game is brought to you by California Gold Development Corporation, serving Tuolumne County for over 40 years. Cardone, guarded by Hansen, drives baseline. Picks up his dribble, tries to get it down, and is intercepted by Patterson. Then it's taken away, back by Cardone. Shot off the glass, doesn't go, tipped away. We got a foul called on Calaveras. So to give the ball back to the Wildcats there. Just under a minute left to go here in the third quarter. You see the replay.
Gabe Milbourne jumped up for it, and you could see the push off number 24, Jonathan Savage, underneath.
Cats working around the outside. Patterson down low to Milbourne. Milbourne. Cross court to Hansen. Three-point shot. Front and rim doesn't go. Rebound by Milbourne. He muscles it up. Gets body contact by Orlandi. He's going to send him to the free throw line to shoot two. Milbourne going to the free throw line first time tonight. He's got 4 points so far in the game. First free throw up and good for the 6'5", 225 junior.
There's the replay from Milbourne drawing the contact underneath.
Yeah, there's not much Orlandi can do about that. Milbourne's just a big guy, and he got at the ball. Team initiated the contact, but they called the foul on Calaveras as his second free throw goes back iron and no good.
The only real thing the defender can do is get out of the way, but at that point you're just giving Milbourne a free shot, so why not take a chance?
Difficult situation for Orlandi. 15 on the shot clock here as Calaveras or the game clock rather. Shot clock's turned off. Clifton drives, doesn't get to go. Rebound comes over to O'Neal. 7. Now Milborn races down court, beats everybody back, gets 2 more. And that's the end of the third quarter with our score. Calaveras 31, Sonora 42. This broadcast of Wildcat Basketball is brought to you in part by David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms in downtown Sonora. Go to www.sonoraconferencecenter.com for more details. StorQuest Express Self-Storage. Get your first month's rent for only $1. NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, a 5-day overnight camp for 4th through 12th graders. Register now with a $99 deposit or $100 off camp enrollment. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp for all the details. Benton Roberson CPA is serving Ptolemy and Stanislaus counties. Straight Sports for custom uniforms. Go to StraightSports.com. Recruiting Boost, Athletic College Placement Services. So we start the fourth quarter of play. Wildcats up 42-31. 11-point lead for Sonora, and this is where you said they've done most of their work here lately, outscoring their opponents in the fourth quarter, scoring 19 points a game.
Yes, they averaged 19 points in the fourth quarter, and so far in this matchup, Sonora has won each of the quarters 13-11 in the first quarter, second quarter 16-12, and the third quarter 13-8, so outscoring every single quarter, and now Calaveras has the chance to overcome that 11-point deficit.
O'Neal drives, going to the free throw line once again for the Cats. Foul going to be called on Savage, the 6'3" sophomore for Calaveras. First free throw, no good. O'Neal set to try the second free throw. It's off and no good as well. Rebound comes off to Van Dam for Calaveras. Savage worked down low on O'Neal. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound comes off to Manning for Calaveras, and they get a reset of the shot clock. Manning feeds Savage. Savage, offensive foul, clear as day, and O'Neal picks up another one down low. O'Neal real good at doing that. He gets under the skin of the defenders, or the offensive player for Calaveras, and now Calaveras, Savage getting an explanation from the official of what exactly they did wrong. But O'Neal, another credited offensive foul against him.
And Dye comes back into the game for Sonora. First time in the game since that foul on him. About 5 minutes left in the third.
You know, we'll see how if he can control it and not get another foul. He has 3. Patterson, 3-point shot, hits the deck, doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Van Dam. Screen by Van Dam. Now, Fed tried to get him feed, but it's intercepted by Hansen. Dye down low to Milborn as they're both in the game at the same time. And it's big guy to big guy action as Milborn picks up 2 more. He's got 9 now on the evening. Unusual look here as we got both the big guys in for Sonora. Both Dye and Milborn. I've talked to some people around campus and they've been wondering why they don't do this more. Patterson picks up the foul there for Sonora.
The issue with having both big men in the game is that they foul really easily. As you saw, Devin Dye already has, I believe, 3 fouls and Milburn with 2. And it's just really difficult to play both of them because if they foul out, it's going to be hard to win the game, nobody down underneath. Although with both of them, nobody can contain both at the same time. So it's really a hit or miss on the court.
Clifton drives baseline, brings it through, and then has it taken away by Maben. On the ground goes Clifton. Jump ball. Call. Possession arrow going to stay with Calaveras. We have a timeout called by Calaveras. We'll be back after these messages on NorCal Sports TV.
Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. David Goldemberg is a proven fire manager with 35 years of CAL FIRE experience. He is an expert on fire preparedness. David concluded his CAL FIRE career at the statewide Deputy Chief of Command and Control, where he managed large, complex budgets. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David.
5:56 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Cats up by 13, largest lead of the night. Calaveras got to get something going on offense if they want to cut in this lead and try and upset Sonora here. Three-point shot doesn't go, but Van Dam goes up, gets the rebound, and he's fouled. And that's going to probably go on Dye. It does. That's Dye's fourth. So there we talked about how the problem with having both the big guys in at the same time. And then Van Dam hits the first free throw. His first points of the night. O'Neal comes back in for Dye. But when you have both of them out there and they try to get the rebound and pick up the foul, that's not conducive to Sonora winning the basketball game. Then we got an issue with the shot clock. It said 11 seconds as the officials stop play. Gives us a chance to remind you that this game is brought to you by StorQuest Express Self-Storage. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Shot clock fix. We're back underway here. Cats have the possession and up by 11. Patterson's held scoreless so far here in the second half, but the rest of the Cats have picked it up, led by Milbourne and O'Neal.
And as you see on the bottom of your screen, Patterson was being guarded by Jake Clifton, the freshman. I'm not sure why Patterson isn't taking advantage of the freshman. He could get right around him and drive inside, but Patterson likes to play conservative and stay on the outside.
Van Dam tries to feed down low to Orlandi. Shot up and good by Orlandi. Way to elevate over the sophomore Hansen, guarding him. Brings it back down to a 9-point game. Cats working on the outside, taking their time, feed it down low, then back out to Hansen who slips but contains the dribble. Patterson gets it back now with 10. Milbourne for three, top of the key. Hits it. Milbourne having a huge second half here. He's got 8 in the second half.
Great job by Milbourne being aware of the shot clock thanks to the student section of Sonora counting it down for him and able to hit the three-point shot.
Orlandi answers on the other end. Back-to-back shots for him go. So we got 10-point game, 4 minutes left. Crunch time coming down here in the fourth quarter, live from Bud Castle Gymnasium. Jeremy Hurtado along with Levi Flores bringing the action of this semifinal game in the Division 4 Sac Joaquin section playoffs. Three-point shot on the way by Manton, and he hits it. He's got 4 made threes on the night. Give him 12, and the Cats lead back to 13. Van Dam gets it, doesn't go. Rebound comes off to O'Neal. O'Neal fighting for it, and then gets flung out of bounds. And it's going to be out of bounds by Sonora.
As you see on the replay, Milbourne nailing the three-point shot from the top of the arc.
And then we got a timeout on the court. Gives us a chance to remind you this game is brought to you by
StorQuest Express Self-Service Storage. Load up your gear and live big with the help of our new neighbors. StorQuest Express Self-Service Storage, featuring 24/7 access hours and round-the-clock customer support. StorQuest Express is here to help you make room for awesome. Get your first month's rent for only $1. Visit StorQuest.com or call 209-284-6703 to reserve a unit today. David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David.
Calaveras set the inbound baseline as we get set here back underway. Van Dam gets it, kicks it back out to Clifton. Three-point shot short. Rebound by Milbourne for the Cats. And they have a chance to control things here, up by 13 as we go under 3 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Maven throws it away. Thought Patterson was going left and he went right. Gives Calaveras the ball back with 2:59 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Another action around the D4 playoffs. Liberty Ranch up by 3 with just under 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter over at Union Mine. So if things hold, it could be a Sonora versus Liberty Ranch rematch in the division finals at Golden One Center on Thursday. Clifton working off the screen. Gets it over to the corner. Down low, and it's another offensive foul by Calaveras. And again, the guy that gets it, O'Neal, doing the work down low. And then we got a T called on the Calaveras bench. Knew it was coming, a matter of time. They've protested a lot tonight, and now we get a technical called on the bench. So up by 13, Sonora is going to send Patterson to the free throw line to shoot the free throws. First free throw up, front end, back end, glass, and goes down. Those are the first points of the second half for Patterson, but so far Sonora hasn't needed him. Second free throw up and good as well. And the Sonora lead now 15, and they have possession. Just under 2.5 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
They have 10 points in the fourth quarter so far, hoping to extend that, as Calaveras only has 6.
Hansen, baseline drive, cut off, gets it over to O'Neal. And then we get a timeout called by Coach Longway. He's not happy with the way the Cats offense is rolling. Gives a chance to remind you this game is brought to you in part by
David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. Vote for change, vote for proven experience, vote for David. Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms in downtown Sonora. Go to www.sonoraconferencecenter.com for more. StorQuest Express, self-service storage. Get your first month's rent for only $1. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day overnight camp for 4th through 12th graders. Register now with a $99 deposit and earn $100 off camp enrollment. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp for all the details.
O'Neal gets set to inbound right in front of us here for the Cats. 2:14 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Gets it over to Hanson. Hanson dribbles it off his leg. Milborn gets it, but he turns it over to Cardone. Cardone flies to the air, and this time they're going to call Sonora for the block. I thought he could have got another offensive foul called there, as O'Neal was pretty set.
His feet were moving just a little bit, just enough for the blocking call.
Cardone going back to the free throw line. He's 2 of 3. First free throw, no good, wide right.
And you can't complain about O'Neal not getting that. He's done so much for the team so far in this game that the score probably wouldn't be this large for Sonora if he hadn't gotten all the rest of those calls.
Oh no, he does a great job. That's like one of those things you don't see in the stats, but he's always there making big plays for Sonora on the defensive end, whether it be the 3 blocks that he had in the first half against West Campus last week or just drawing charges like he has tonight. A big reason why the Cats are up here. We got an offensive foul called on Maben. He's going to turn the ball back over to Calaveras again. So another chance for Calaveras to cut into this Cats lead that's up at the 14 at the moment. Clifton off wide left. Rebound comes off to the Cats. Ahead to Hanson. Hanson, floater doesn't go. Rebound comes off to the Calaveras. And Calaveras has to work quickly with 1:15 left. Baseline drive, shot, doesn't go, short. Rebound comes off to Maben, and Maben spins away from the defender. Now Patterson has it. 1 minute left to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball tipped away with exactly a minute left as Orlandi knocks it out of bounds.
As you see on the replay, Maben breaks his defender and gets around as O'Neal set the screen just in case.
Wildcat student section starting to feel a victory coming as Maben feeds down low to Milborn. Milborn shot blocked, but he gets it back. 9 on the shot clock. Milborn, Maben, 3-point shot, doesn't go. Rebound comes off to Calaveras, but there's only 35 seconds left to go in the game. Clifton, fancy dribbled it off his foot, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Calaveras, though, as they say it hit Maben. Shot doesn't go. Patterson comes away with it. Calaveras isn't going to foul, and that's going to do it. Here is Sonora can dribble it out. Student section enjoying it as with 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Patterson holding on to the ball for Sonora, dribbles it over to the official, and that's going to do it. Our final score, Sonora 52, Calaveras 38. We'll be back with more live here on NorCal Sports TV.
I'm Levi Flores with our player of the game, Darius O'Neal. You only had 7 points, but I want to talk about your game on the defensive side. You had a lot of charges called against you. How does that feel to prove to the other team?
Oh, it feels great. Just getting my body in front of the other player and just taking the charge and seeing the crowd go wild. It's amazing.
Without you on the defensive side, your team may not have had the lead that they could have, and you're sending your team to the Golden One Center. How does that feel?
It feels great. Back to back, you're coming back again. Hopefully 2 in a row. Let's go get it.
Congratulations. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Levi Flores. And again, you're right, Sonora is moving on in the Division 4 playoffs, going to the Golden One Center Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock to play the winner of the Union Mine Liberty Ranch game, which is going on right now. We'll get the scoring for Calaveras. They were led by Kevin Orlandi, who had 10. And then A.J. Cardon with 9, and Colton Buckholz had 9 for Calaveras. If we turn to the Wildcat side, they were led by Gabe Milborn with 12, and Jonathan Maben had 12. And then Callahan Hansen 8, Austin Patterson and O'Neal both had 7. A slow night for Patterson, but again, the rest of the Cats stepped up and got the victory. More of a team effort tonight than an individual effort. Moves Sonora on to play later on this week.
You can never expect one person to do all the work for you. It's a team game. You have 5 players in the court. If it was 1 against 5, that obviously wouldn't be fair, so that's why you have those other teammates, and they certainly showed up and showed out for this crowd tonight.
This broadcast of Wildcat Basketball is brought to you in part by California Gold Development Corporation, for serving Tuolumne County for 40 years. David Goldemberg for District 1 Supervisor. Vote for change. Vote for proven experience. Vote for David. Sonora Conference Center. 4 unique rooms in downtown Sonora. Go to sonoraconferencecenter.com for the details. StorQuest Express Self-Storage. Get your first bus rent for only $1. Benton Roberson CPA, serving Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, a 5-day overnight camp for 4th through 12th graders. Register now with a $99 deposit. Earn $100 off camp enrollment. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp for all the details. Again, our final score here, Sonora High victorious 52-38 over Miller League rivals Calaveras, earning a trip to the Golden One Center on Thursday night to face the winner of the Union Mine Liberty Ranch game, which right now, last score we got with 4 minutes left, Union Mine up, or trails Liberty Ranch 52-51. The game's gone back and forth. You can check that out on NFHS if you're joining us there. For our crew, Dion I producing, Levi Flores commentating, I'm Jeremy Hurtado. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on NorCal Sports TV.